can you explain what a cyber protect officer is?
Hi there. Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, so cyber protect officer, there's a cyber protect officer for every county in the UK. I have the pleasure of being Norfolk and Suffolk cyber protect officer, and the idea of the cyber protect officer is to provide individuals, organisations, and businesses, and really anyone within their county, their area, cybersecurity advice, and that could be victims, or it could also be businesses in a preventative form as well. And all of that advice comes from the National Cybersecurity Centre.
Excellent. So looking at sort of the top cyber threats to small and medium businesses within Norfolk, what would you say they are at the moment?
Well, I think account compromise is probably the biggest one, and that is in various guises. That's business email compromise, where they're trying to get in to change payment details. A lot of businesses see that as a fraud issue and don't necessarily report it, and don't necessarily take the actions they should. And then also you've got account compromise, which could lead to social media account hijacking, which could have a reputational damage or a loss of business earnings damage. And then I think the other one we see fairly frequently is ransomware, and I think that's the one that scares most businesses because they've seen it and they've heard about it. So, I would say account compromise leading to financial loss and potentially reputational damage, and then ransomware, which, again, can have that big reputational impact as well. But they'd be the two big ones on my radar for SMEs really in the area.
And is there a particular way that those attacks sort of start?
Yeah, so account compromise tends to be via a phishing breach, and phishing is where someone tries to trick you into clicking or doing the wrong thing. And it's normally an email, unfortunately. They are getting smarter. They are doing phone calls and follow-ups and things like that. But still, when I talk to businesses, I talk about the human firewall being the user being one of their greatest strengths. If they're suitably trained, then they will stop most of the dangers that come in that your technology can't. Now, I say most of, I think it's really important businesses realize that it's very unlikely they'll be able to protect themselves from all cyber threats. The best we can do is look to layer our security and minimize hopefully each of those layers will cut down those threats getting through to us. But phishing really is a big one, and that's staff knowledge and staff awareness and how staff report is really important.
Brilliant. So as a cyber protect officer, what services do you offer businesses in Norfolk and Suffolk?
So in Norfolk and Suffolk, we're very fortunate, and we have a range of different things. All of our services are free, obviously. General advice and signposting, obviously. I work with victims who've been previous victims. We also do events, so staff training is one thing we do and customize that. We also do general awareness events, networking events. And then we also do a cyber basics review. So a cyber basics review is in line with cyber essentials. It takes about an hour of your time, and then we put together a report and say, risk rated report, and say these are the areas that you should look at to move you on to potentially gaining cyber essentials, which I would recommend, as a rubber stamp for all organisations.
Excellent. So what top tips would you give to Norfolk business owners?
Okay, so first one, there's loads and loads of great resources out there. It's just accessing them and making sure you know where to go and who to speak to. So join the Eastern Cyber Resilience Centre. Excellent first step. Contact me if you've got any questions or want any signposting. Obviously, look at the NCSC website. And then please also start a new tool called Cyber Alarm. So if you have a firewall on your network, you may well be able to install Police Cyber Alarm, which is a free service, and that also includes a level of vulnerability scanning as well. So yeah, there's loads of resources out there. It's a matter of finding those resources and looking into them. And the key thing I would say is act now. Cyber is a massive threat. It's only grown over the last year with remote working. So it's really important that business owners are proactive. Unfortunately, I hear from a lot of businesses, I may do a presentation and 6 months down the line they get in contact because they've been a victim. I'd much rather they get in contact straight afterwards. We have a chat. I spend 5 hours talking to them. Brilliant. But if that stops them from being a victim, then, that's made my day. And that's what the job role's all about, ultimately.
Excellent. That sounds, I mean, you're obviously really passionate about this area, and your contact details are on the ECRC's website as well, so people can access and speak to you whenever they need to.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to sort of say?
Just reiterate the last thing. Like I said, loads of resources out there. Cyber isn't scary. There's technical controls, there's human controls, and they go hand in hand. And if we can develop both those things, it makes us individuals and businesses less likely. And by upskilling your staff, you're protecting your staff in their personal life as well. So it's really, it's an easy win. So, if we all work together, hopefully we can get there and reduce, the impact of people being victims of cybercrime.
Perfect. Thank you so much for talking to me today, John. And
No
I'm
worries.
sure I'll speak to you in the future.
Excellent. Thanks. Have a good Norfolk day.
Bye.